tons of napkins. We got chicken sliders, and looks like they come with ketchup. And it looks like they come with my extra beer. So I have my beer with dinner. And here they are. Chicken sliders come with chips. Okay, there's a lot of chicken on here. So I'm going to give Fresh some chicken. Okay, it does have sauce on both sides. Okay. I'm just going to tear off some pieces for Fresh. Could ask for the sauce on the side. Okay, this is just one big piece. So I can give him some of the end pieces. This one. Some sauce. All right. So that will be for Fresh's dinner. All right. So let's try it. Pretty good. Should I give Fresh a little bit of a chip? Want to try it? I haven't had much energy today. I kind of slept all day. I had a dream. You might have heard it on the loudspeaker through space codes. My autism is very real. Okay? It's real to reptilians, okay? It might be fake to Pleiadians. It's real to reptilians. I don't know what to say about that. So we were talking about that, and we were thinking everything's fake to you. You might not have landed yet. It's sort of like why I'm not famous yet. The fame part of me hasn't landed yet. So, like, if everything's fake, then that part of you hasn't landed to Earth yet, because it's definitely real. So that's what we were thinking. First bite for me. No bite for you. First bite for me. No bite for you. You guys watch that guy? He's pretty good. Mukbangers can be so good at entertaining. It's like amazing. Like you're just eating food and they're like so entertaining. You're like, how are you doing this? Literally, how are you doing this? You're literally just eating food and like you're so fucking funny. Like, how are you doing that? There's a pickle on there and some sauce. And I love me a pickle. All right. We got these little chicken chunks that I'm going to put into his dinner. And like I said, I like to put like treats or just something special on the top of his dinner. He's been having dinners like that for like the last 10 years. So he's like really used to it by now. So if I don't feed him something special on top of the kibble, he gets confused sometimes. He's like, where's the shredded cheese? Where's the bacon? Where's the chicken? He's been eating like that for 10 years now. We used to get on, hold on. So I don't think I've ever prepared Fresh's dinner, but like his normal dog dinner. So there's like a tiny bit of water in there. And then I grabbed a kibble. I see he's like so excited. He's just like jumping all around me. So I'm gonna pour the kibble in the bowl on top of the water. And so this just gives him more water for the day, because sometimes he'll drink water and sometimes he drinks water every day, but what happened was that he likes to drink water at night, and so to cut him from giving him more water at night, because sometimes he'll drink like way too much water at night, you just put the water with the kibble, and then that stops the like the crazy water consumption at night, because like you're going to bed fresh, you know what I mean? You don't need that much water. So, and I think a lot of food scientists called vets actually recommend putting the kibble in water. So like it's good for the digestion and stuff like that. So it's just good all around. Then I put the little chicken pieces on top, and you can hear him jumping around probably. He's so excited. And then there's his dinner. Get ready with me, feed my dog edition. I like that. I like that. Okay, these aren't bad. These are not bad. I heard that song from Taylor Swift and it stuck in my head. I hate it when a song is just like stuck in your head and it's just like on repeat after blah 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 blah. I don't know what his name is. I think it's Shh, I'm Eating. I think that's what his name is. His videos are hilarious. If you've never watched a hilarious mukbanger, I highly suggest you check him out. It's Shh, I'm Eating. He's so funny. He's all over the internet. I don't know how you could never have seen him. If you've never watched a food video in your life, I guess maybe you could have never seen him, but we watch a lot of mukbang in this family, so. So I can only eat one, yet again. So I still have a whole another slider. I'll try to get the sauce on the side next time. But it was like a pretty good amount for fish, so it's not that big of a deal. On my dream, I went home to my parents' house in my dream this afternoon because I've just been so lethargic. I just don't have a lot of energy. I don't feel dead like I did yesterday, was it? But you know what? I'm doing my best. I went home to my parents' house and it was so crazy. They redid their entire living room. Okay, so my parents are like really conservative, but they're Democrats, but they're like very conservative in like their decor and their lifestyle, and they're very like, I don't know. They're very East Coast Italian. They're very normal, okay? And I went home to their house in the stream and they redid the entire house. And like my aesthetic, like they had like pink and white, like just like my, sort of just like my pants. They had like pink and white striped curtains in the living room. And they were like long and elegant and like sort of like Love Shack Fancy, which is a lot of my aesthetic. Like this is sort of Love Shack Fancy, my aesthetic. Like if I did t-shirts for Love Shack Fancy, they might be something like this because it goes with their aesthetic. So if you guys know Love Shack Fancy, you know what I mean. This is like a very Love Shack Fancy aesthetic. Do you guys remember when they employed all of those extremely skinny models? And I was like, just looking at these women, I feel like I'm going to kill myself. Like, I can't look at like women that like literally starve themselves and then they just get to call themselves models because they're extremely skinny. Like, I don't, it doesn't resonate. That doesn't resonate. Like Cara Delevingne, she doesn't look like she's exacerbated and like doesn't eat a pizza. You know what I mean? It's like a huge difference. Anyway, that was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago. And so the whole living room was like refurbished, like my aesthetic. There was like pink walls, pink and white, long, elegant curtains, striped curtains with ties in them. And I think like the couch was pink. It was like all my aesthetic. Like, and I was like losing it I was like losing it in my head on my parents. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, this is not your aesthetic, you know? And then like I got up and it was a dream and I looked outside and there was like all these Jeeps and like probably SUVs and stuff, but I noticed like a lot of Jeeps parked outside. Like we live in New Jersey and like we have a lot of family parties and people come over and you park in the driveway, but you kind of park on like the lawn, sort of like around. It's like it's just like normal for us. I don't know how else to describe it, but you like there's like tons of cars. Like the whole lawn becomes a parking lot for a day. Like the whole front side lawn area becomes a parking lot for a day. And if there's more people that are coming, they usually park in the field that's owned by the factory behind us, and they would literally park in the field. So it was like that. It was like a family party, and like all of these cars were like parked everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So like time changed, reality changed in the dream. And then like these two people that were, and then I saw I saw my grandparents who are dead and buried. And I was like confused in the dream if I was dreaming or if it was reality, because my grandparents are dead and buried. But like I shouldn't, like usually I'm lucid and I know that I'm dreaming and it's a dream and it's different than this reality. And like for some reason I couldn't tell the difference in my dream if it was like a dream or reality. And I saw my dead grandparents and I was like, okay, is this not reality? Because my grandparents are literally dead. And then my parents like walked in the room, and my mom was stealing my clothes. My mom was stealing this dress that I wore from Express 20 years ago, and she was wearing it. And I was like, "Why are you stealing my dress from Express from 20 years ago, Mom? Like, why are you stealing my style like that hardcore? Like, that's crazy, you know?" And like it was like these two people that like were like in my parents' clothes, but they like weren't my parents. They like literally weren't my parents because my parents don't act like this. Like me and my mom like do share like style sometimes, but like it, like I don't know. She doesn't go that hardcore, and she's not that like mean, cruel, and selfish about it. And this woman who was presupposing to be my mother, and this man who was presupposing to be my father, they were like both like just so like outright cruel about it. And I was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It was like such a weird dream. And then they wanted to like take pictures with like my mom and papa who are dead and buried, and they were kind of like looking like deer in headlights, like what are we doing here? And then my mom switched, like Palladian style is like clothes aren't real and like fashion isn't real, and like you can just like change clothes like automatically. And she changed from like this gray dress to like this, she changed into like a wedding dress. She changed into a wedding dress. And like I was like, what are you doing? Like you're acting like you're gonna remarry my dad. Like what are you doing? Like the whole dream was like, what are you doing? The whole dream was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh yeah, and there was this weird dude. Like there were so many people in my house when like all the cars appeared, and there was this dude and sitting on the couch, and it looked like Aaron Doughty at first. And I was like really close to him. I was like standing sort of like right next to him, and like I leaned in because I thought it was Aaron. And when I leaned in, his face changed to like just a regular dude's face. And I was like, excuse me, who are you? What's your name? And he was like, I don't want to give you my name. And I was like, well, then what the fuck are you doing in my house, bro? If you don't want to, do you know, this is my house. What are you doing? What are you doing saying you're not going to give me my name? And then that's when my mom walked in. And I was like, why aren't you freaking out? This guy's breaking and entering in your fucking house. Who did he come? I asked him. I was like, who did you come with? Then who did you come with? And he couldn't answer that either. And I was like, Mom, this dude is fucking breaking and entering. Like, like do something. Like, don't act like so casual about it. Don't let people like break into your house, Mom. You know, like it's not Aaron. It's not Aaron. It's somebody else. It's, you know what I mean? His face changed. Like the Aaron face just like melted right off of him. And it was like this normal dude. And then there was like this like pudding. It was like this weird like pudding dessert, and it was like covered in like water. It was like so weird. And I was just like, let me just eat the dessert in the kitchen. And there was like nobody in the kitchen, but there was like people everywhere, like partying everywhere. Because like we do usually have normal like family parties and stuff, but like you're not gonna tell the person like who lives there like your fucking name. Like you're gonna be so rude in my own, like you're being fucking rude. Like tell me your fucking name, tell me who you fucking came with, or like you're literally breaking and entering. Like we don't know who you are, so you're there for nefarious purposes. Like, and you need to leave. You know what I mean? And so like that was the dream. So yeah, that was my day today. Took a nap, didn't do much, felt super lethargic. Took Fresh on a really small walk because I could barely walk, and fed Fresh some dinner. You know, now he's just doing his little pacing. Let's check the food. Let's make sure he ate all of his dinner. Yep, looks like he ate all of his dinner. So he's a very healthy boy. Good boy. And he's also getting lots of treats. But you already got lots of treats today, so you don't need any more. So, anyway, that was my day today. I was with a Samu last night in my dream. I was with this Samu last night in my dream, and it was sort of same thing, sort of like I don't know whose house, I don't know where we were, but we were in another house. I didn't recognize the house, and I was just with Samu all night, doing different things. I don't really remember the details of the dream this morning, other than I was with Samu. We were making out. We both noticed our breath was both a little bit stinky, but we're literally in love, so like it didn't matter to us that much. And that's like pretty much. And I remember, I think he was like fixing the sink, so maybe it was his house. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. It was somebody in Asama's house, and he was like fixing the sink. So